guy told me, listen, y'all, I want to say something. I don't know what's going on out there. I don't know what y'all find comfortable in y'all own time, but I know right now we all on divine time, and we need to act like it. It ain't no, I need to, when I tell people to wallow in, basically they're saying, I'm telling you, it's best that you stay right. You either good or bad. You stay in that position. Don't jump over here on God's side knowing you finna go back there. You can't treat God like you would treat Satan. You get what I'm saying? You gotta look at the energy in it. You can't treat God like a gangster. God ain't a gangster. He the creator. He made all things, but you can't go to God like that. You gotta go to God with respect. You can't keep double dutching in y'all own sin. Let me tell y'all something. It's one part, and I only remember a few things out the Bible. As much as I read it, I don't remember much. I remember what I need to remember. But it's one part in the Bible that I took serious to the heart. And what was it? It was that part where it said when the end come, everyone's sins will become 10 times greater. Now see, the problem is with people is the fact that we don't even see us sinning. We don't even see us sinning, y'all. After we done this stuff for so long, you gotta think, this kind of stuff, even done, overly moderation. You know what I'm saying? This kind of stuff is normal to us, but it's sin to God. That's why I say my grandparents was the best, because they didn't cheat on each other, y'all, like that, you know. And when if that did come around, it came around at such a point in the life where one of them was no longer sexually active or something. If I had to guess, or it probably came on before, I don't know, don't really care to get into it. But I'm just saying, just looking at the energy in situations, what made people do this, what made people do that. When I came up, I knew what made people whores. I knew what made people pencil players. And it always come from a wound, an unhealed wound. But these days, people are doing this stuff as if it's cool. But that's a fear tactic for those of you who are truthfully scared to face something that made you cool. But in your heart of hearts, you know, there's some unjust in the situation. Like, what I'm trying to tell people is this, bro. I've been trying to sleep on, but y'all been doing a lot of stuff. I can't help y'all. You can't continue to vibrate this high gets for juices and think you gotta go back and say, I just can't do it. You don't tell God what you can and can't do. And if you conduits for God and stuff, you don't tell God when you gonna get ready and when you ain't gonna get ready. If God says it's time to regurgitate, that means get in line and get the work right now. You already cursed. Every single last one of y'all that do something in the dark, weep in the corner about what you're doing. And you'll talk about God all day long as if you truly love God. Well, if you love God, why is you holding on to that thing as hard as you holding on to God? Why is you holding on to that sin as much as you holding on to God? Ain't no way you can love God. So we know you don't love yourself. Cause you see, you just violated God in his face. You say you up there with God. You say you doing this with God. You say you do this for God. You fight for God, but you constantly violating God in his face. Oh, I gotta feed my family. I live with families like that, y'all. I live with families. I asked them if the world ended now, and they said everybody gotta go take the R. This far, I knew all this stuff. I said, the world said we had to take the RFID chip with what we thought back then was just sit, market the beat, more of a simple brand of shit, but it's way far more greater and broader and deeper than what you can imagine. That's just a short way of putting it to get you to go on somewhere if you ain't ready for the change, you know what I'm saying? But uh And they used to tell me, I never take an RFID. All of them would say it to the T. They get together, talk about how they won't take the RFID chip, all this and all that. And I drive off with the main person who was cocky about it. I said, well, what if you came right now and you finna get this nursing job? Oh, I gotta feed my family. What if they said you gotta take that chip, you gotta keep your job? Oh, I gotta feed my family. She was just in there telling everybody, oh, I do this for God, do that for God. But what it was, people didn't answer the right question. You busted your ass to become a nurse, and you finna become a nurse. So, what if you had to take that? Her heart showed then. You get what I'm saying? When she said, oh, I gotta do this. Oh, I gotta feed my family. Her heart showed. Right then and there, it told me, one, you ain't a human no more. Two, you are a full-fledged Satan or either a demon or a huge devil. Because you still got your youth. You still got it's things about you that should have been faded out if you was a human. So you are not a human. That ruled you out right there. Or you ain't got a soul. But that couldn't have been it. Because you would have still had to drive right as you go. So, you're an angel. You're a bad angel. You're a demon. You're a devil. That's how I recognize energy. That's how I just recognize power. You gotta love God to understand this. Y'all think if I give y'all information, you just cipher it, emulate it, and you think you can move on. That information will send you straight past your grade into the hell cell you made for yourself. Some of y'all out there already dealing with my folks and dealing with my cousin and acting like you gonna help. I already know about that out there. Y'all over there planning, all y'all looking like them over there. Possums, turn into possum, half rats. That's a sign that you going to hell when you leave here.